Hola mis amigos, ¿cómo estás? Y muchas gracias en mi cocina. Y mi madre y mi padre. Y los amigos de mí en la Mocatan chino. Sí, señor. Me llamo es Jason Casper. Y buenos días, mis amigos. ¿Cómo estás usted? Y mi tío es Francisco. Sí. We are live, y'all. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua the Messiah. Make sure to smash up the like. Make sure to smash up the like. Make sure to smash up everything, guys. Because if we can get 1,000 likes in the first half hour, we will be giving away 1,000 USDT, baby. 1,000 USDT, baby. All right. Bitcoin still in Chop City, getting a little rejection right from the TW. All right. The TW at 112, 164, as can be seen on this chart. Also, that TW was also a 6-hour level, as we can see right here on the 6-hour chart. Bitcoin losing POC of the range. Are we heading back down to value area low at around 108.7 something? I've taken a short trade from there, guys, and my target, my next take profit is 108.780. 108.780. Why 108.780? Well, 108.780, guys, is going to be the value area low of the range, confluence with the Fibonacci golden pocket from the last local low to the high. As you can see, this is some volatile price action today. Major shout out to everybody in the chat right now. Let's see who we got in the house. Major shout to me Barra 15, who says Buen Español. Well, gracias. Shout out to Harry Williams 1375. Shout out to Houston. ¿Qué pasa, mi amigo? Shout out to Gitch Dario 1611, who says let's go, baby. Shout out to Daniel, who says hola macho alfa abra sorteo hoy de algo gracias solados desde Argentina. CC. Shout out to Crypto Coons holding it down with the wrench. Shout out to Marcus B. Shout out to Brother Nature. Shout out to Senor Travesura and Topsy777. Shout out to 001 Sequoia. Was I love my mommy and daddy? Can someone get me a cup of coffee? Sounds cool. Shout out to DeFi Crypto Airdrop. And shout out to 20 Yeshwanth, who has a face orange biting nails, face orange biting nails, face orange biting nails. Dusty Hunt. Is Bitcoin a bad stock? Well, the CEO did get arrested a few years ago. Sam Bankman-Fried, as we know. The CEO of Bitcoin did get arrested a few years ago. Guys, you know what I'm feeling like today? I'm feeling like a little bit of maybe I should just try and scalp the 5-second time frame or something, you know? How's the 5-second looking here? Man, we missed out on a 5-second trade here, didn't we? We big time, we missed out on a 5-second scalp right down here, didn't we? You know, let's pop on the 1-minute market cipher B here, and let's see what's going on within this local range. See if we can't find ourselves a nice 5-second scalp. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Man, this was a nice range to be 5-second scalping, to be honest with you. You know? Let's wait, let's watch and wait and see how the 5 seconds looking here. You know? This is the 1 minute. Let's check out the 5-second. This is the 5-second time frame, guys, right here. Should we try and scalp the 5-second time frame? That's a one-way ticket to Rex City, but we could give it a shot, you know? We did see a pretty nice, we saw a really nice 5-second scalp as we came down in to the 786 here. Let's check a look at that. Yeah, look at that, man. A beautiful scalp at the 786 on the 5-second time frame. You know, let's see what happens if we make our way back up towards value area high here. I'm going to set a little bit of an alert. The 5-second time frame says we're going to pump up here. You can see the momentum and the money flow getting higher as we bounce perfectly from the 786. You guys see that? This is some good 5-second scalping market conditions right here, man. You know? Look at this beautiful 5-second scalp we had up here as well. You know, and that was right from the Fibonacci golden pocket. Look at this 5-second calling the pump here. Calling the pump up to the next level. Maybe I might have to enter a $1 million trade. 5-second time frame. Can I do it? I mean, we're over here on WEEX, link in the description. Also, guys, I'm over on KCEX. Lowest fees in the game, 0% limit order, 0.01% taker order. KCEX will give you up to $21,000. WEEX, we've currently got a 50% future bonus plus low fees. Also, guys, BLOFIN, make sure to check out BLOFIN, super low fees. Of course, we're still in the trades from the Casper Crew VIP Discord. The long, that was given in advance. The short, that was also given in advance. Still holding these trades, but maybe today is the day that we look to enter some low time frame trades here, right? Maybe some scalping. Why not? What do you guys think? Should we do some scalping? Should we do some scalping? Major shout out to Greeny Ninja. What's my plan with the ETH I'm holding? My plan is to just sell the bottom. Why not just sell the bottom? You know? Just kidding. Major shout out to the super chat. Should B go all in on gold? Daddy, CPI bullish job, numbers bearish, and Powell is dovish, says Matt did. Should B go all in on gold? I mean, that's up to you, man. Gold is something that, in my opinion, is an asset that... Gold is an asset that you can't go wrong on. It's a preserver of purchasing power. You cannot go wrong trading gold, or holding gold, should I say. You can't go wrong holding gold. All right, historically speaking, it has been an asset that preserves the purchasing power of your money, right? So, you know, let that be what it'll be between you and me. Let that be what that will be. You know? Let that be what that will be. Major shout out to FMAST. How about gold ETF? I mean, you do what you want, right? I'm a big fan of actual gold, right? Actual gold. What? I just 5-second short gold. Did you really? Interesting. Degen style. 5-second pump. Yeah, for sure. I'm rather surprised that Bitcoin holds, but they're going to send it lower. Yeah, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. Let's talk about this Bitcoin price action while we're waiting for a potential 5-second scalp. All right. We're going to have to put on a new chart here. Let's discuss this Bitcoin price action, shall we? Let's discuss. So, essentially, guys, we are looking at something quite interesting here. Let's go ahead and remove all this stuff. Here's what we're looking at, y'all. We are potentially looking at honestly, a pretty bullish looking locally divergence right here. We've got ourselves the price getting lower. We've got ourselves the momentum waves getting higher. On the 2-day, we are about to confirm in 1 day, on a weekend, of course, a bullish divergence on the 2-day. All right. This is very, very significant in my opinion because it's not every day that you see bullish divs on the 2-day. The last time we saw a bullish div on the 2-day was back here in April, and it just so happened to be the bottom. All right. And we saw this pattern forming here where we saw the bullish divergence, we saw the trigger wave, we saw the hidden bullish divergence. We were calling for the new all-time high. We hit the new all-time high. Then we got smacked in the face with a bearish divergence. Boom. We come down. We change market structure locally. Now we've got this bullish divergence. And a lot of people are saying, Jay, you know what, my man? This looks to be like almost like a potential diamond reversal pattern, right? And you're right, it kind of does look like a diamond reversal pattern. But here's the thing. If we take a look at the volume of this diamond reversal pattern, We're just look at this not as a diamond, but as a sideways range. Boom. You can see this. We are struggling to close a candle above 110.5, the value area low of this range, right? We are not able now for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days to close a candle back above this area. This is not a good look because we've been hoping to close the candle above this area. If we can get the candle closed above the area, we are going to get sucked up to around $117.8 thousand. All right, that's going to line up perfectly with the Fibonacci golden pocket, in which case we are going to come up to this area. In fact, I expect to move up to this area. Why? Well, if this is a diamond reversal pattern, or diamond pattern at all, right? I don't know. Is it even a reversal pattern? We would expect it to kind of look like a diamond. We would expect to come back up to this zone here, right? Where either we break out of this thing, or we reject from here and come back down and break down from it, right? So either way, these bullish divergences down here at these lows could be giving us some very powerful moves to the upside. And when I say powerful, I mean back on the 1 minute time frame, it's going to look powerful. The fact that we have been struggling so hard down here and slowly grinding up, it's not the strongest look. It really makes me think that we are in an environment where a move up to 117 would actually be quite bearish. The reason why I say is because it's obviously very, very important resistance. And not only is it very important resistance, but man, I don't want to be bearish here, guys, but the 2-day, this big old bearish divergence here, this 2-day doesn't look great, right? So if we start to see another trigger wave forming here as we're rejecting off of this and this money flow continue to get lower, that is really not the best look, all right? Not the best look, especially since we had our bottom signal, our continuation number 1 signal, and our continuation number 2 signal. There's nothing continuation-y about this right now, okay? There's nothing continuation-y about this. All this right here is reversal-ish, all right? The only way that this could be continuous, there's no way now. There's no way now. We've already made a hidden bullish divergence here, right? It's as if the bullish pattern now is gone. There's no more fuel. It looks like there's no more fuel, and I don't want that to be the case, guys. I do want to see another push, and I do believe we could even see another push up towards 130. Okay, Bitcoin. Let's see what's happening here. We're getting a pump. We're coming up to the Fibonacci golden pocket here. Let's see how's it looking here. All right, let's check her out. We're checking her out here. We're checking out the Bitcoin price. You know what we want to see, right? You guys know what we want to see, right? We're waiting for the signal. We're waiting for the trade signal on the 5-second time frame. All right. So far, no trade for me here. No trade for me here, guys. All right, but we're at the Fibonacci golden pocket locally. All right. The reason why there's no trade for me here yet is because I need to see something similar to this. I need to see something similar to this. All right. We need to see the 5-second give us the undeniable signal of the money flow diverging and the momentum diverging as we hit a key level. Something like we saw down here, right? Money flow diverging and the momentum diverging as we make a key level. That is the 5-second signal. All right, the 5-second signal. Now it sounds crazy, but it's true. The 5-second signal, crazy but true. The Bitcoin price will always tell you what she's going to do if you're on that 5-second time frame. Right? Sit back, relax. I'll take you to the trading scoop. The candle's turning purple, then the candle's turning blue. All right, make sure to smash up the likes. Okay? The chart changes all the time. Chart is chart. If we pump to 117, it's going to be rough. If we dump from there, like Six Flags. Six Flags, great adventure. Yeah, for sure. For sure. This is the 4-hour time frame. Let's go back down to our 1 minute here. Yeah, it looks like we're going to come up a little bit higher. Let's go ahead and pull another fib from high to low. We're going to keep an eye as we come to this next Fibonacci golden pocket right here. 110.269. Man, we gotta pull it. We gotta pull it. We gotta pull it on here. All right. Let's pull it on here. Look at this. We are breaking out of this local trend line right now. The trend line. The trend is your friend until the end. All right. We're waiting for a 5-second short signal here. Let's see if we can't get a 5-second short up in the house, baby. Up in the house. We're gonna get a 5-second short trade up in the house. You know, let's see. Look at that major dump. Oh my goodness, wow. Look at this major 5-second dump right here. We're back testing this, we're back testing that as support. Let's check out our 1 minute here. 1 minute money flow looks good. 6 minute actually looks good. 12 minute actually looks good. Let's go back to the 5-second here. Did you see how? Wow, the value area is really shifting a lot here. You guys see that? The 6 minute looks bullish, I'll be honest. The 12 minute, look at the 12 minute even. Look at this momentum chopping up here. Look at that momentum chopping up here. Aha, install now. We're gonna update our iPad together, guys. Today's the day to update the iPad. You know? This is good. This is what we like to see here. I like this. I like what I'm seeing. It's getting me interested. It's getting me interested, man. This is getting me super interested here. Let's wait and see how that 5 seconds is gonna play out here. It's getting me interested, alright? This is getting me interested. I'm interested. Looking to enter into a juicy short trade. Alright, that's what I'm looking for. I'm gonna crank it up, full account. Put 11 Bitcoin on the trade. 60x leverage. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Alright. Let's pop back over to the chart here. I'm liking what I'm seeing here for a little scalp on the 5-second here, you know? Let's go to our 1 hour. Guys, the 1 hour to me actually looks like we could get a bigger push up here. You know, maybe I should be looking for scalp longs here. You know, let me go ahead also and pull a little fib from the low to the high. Because I am interested in a scalp long trade from right here at around $110,000. I am interested in a little scalp short from around 110.3. Alright, let's see what can happen here. Hang on, we also have to make sure that, what is this thing here? Doesn't know if I don't. Isn't there a way to? Isn't there a settings, preferences? I don't know. I don't know how to do it on WEEX, guys. I don't know how to do it on WEEX, but 5-second scalping, you gotta wait for those trades to come to you. You know what I'm saying? All right. Shout out to HFG. Crooked glasses, hat turned sideways, but knows where the Bitcoin action is going. Oh, yeah. Is it too early for the pump song? Yeah, a little bit too early. Shout out to my man in here, Sergio Angel, who says, yo, boss, when scalping seconds, 1 or 5 minute, how many hours, days back do you pull your fixed range? Very, very locally. Right? We're dealing right now with this local fixed range of this triangular type pattern here. You know? I'd also be interested, honestly, I'd be interested now if we come down to this area as well. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what we can get here. Okay, we're coming to a golden pocket. I have no trade to be taken yet. I have no trade yet to be taken here on the 5-second time frame. But this golden pocket could be setting us up for something like this. Right? That's kind of what I'd be interested in now. You know? Let's see. We gotta wait and see. We gotta wait for the 5-second to give us the signal. So far, she hasn't given us the signal. And I don't know if she will, because the 6 minute is looking really nice here. The 6 minutes looking really nice, like upside city. You know, like upside city. Upside City. Upside City. But you know what? Why don't we... What the heck? You know, what the heck? Why don't we... What? Order submission failed. What is going on? Oh, you know why? Probably because I got to increase the leverage here. Let's increase our leverage up here. There you go. There you go. Let's add another 25,000. There we go. There we go. All right. All right. All right. Let's see here. We're going to take a little profit out right here. There you go. Let's go back to market cipher B. 5 seconds. Okay, so this is looking nice here, guys. This is looking nice. All right. I'm looking for a short right now. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. I'm looking for a short on Bitcoin. What? We need $4 to get to $1,000? Isn't that funny when that happens? I'm going to go ahead and pull another fib here from that high to the low. I'm looking for a short here on Bitcoin, guys. All right. I'm looking for a short here on Bitcoin. I do not have one right now. All right. This is bullish. We're going to pump. We're about to pump. You might be saying, Jay, if you think we're going to pump, how come you're not going to long? Well, you can't just long the top, guys. It doesn't work that way. All right. Not with the 5-second strategy, at least. If you want to know more about the 5-second strategy, I'm pretty sure I have a free video on it. Yeah, I mean, man, if we can get back up to this zone up here, guys, 111, 149. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. But before then, we still got some levels to be aware of, okay? Now, we can see that the market cipher B, the 5-second, is starting to get momentum below the 0 line. All right, this is now showing us that potentially we are setting ourselves up for a short trade. All right, if we get another push up, here, and we're seeing the money flow and the momentum getting lower as we hit into our value area high, our 786. All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's wait and see. All right, let's wait and see. Make sure to smash up the likes, guys. Long the top, sell the bottom. Yeah, there you go. Am I short? I am in a short. Did I just add to a trade and take some profit? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I added to this trade and took some profit. Okay, here we go. Let's see how the corn is looking here. Come on, Bitcoin. You know, let's see how she's looking here. I like what I'm seeing here. I like what I'm seeing. Remember, what are we waiting for? What are we waiting for here to take a short trade? We're waiting for something like this to happen, right? We're waiting for the 5-second time frame to give us now bearish momentum, bearish money flow, and then come up and make a higher high and give us that direction of lower money flow, right? The money flow, dip into the purple, we make the higher high with a lower money flow wave, and also the momentum wave getting lower. If we do that into a key level, that's like a short scalp trade right there. All right, so let's see. Are we going to do that here? Are we going to do it here? We haven't dipped into the purple. All right, no dip into the purple, and it's not as good of a trade setup. It could still work, this could still work if we're seeing this direction, but would be even better, guys. What would be even better is if we get the money flow into the purple and then back up here and we consolidate here and then we wick up to that 786. That's the scalp trade that we want. That's the trade that we want. You know what I'm saying? Once you start playing, you have a trade set up at the fair value gap. Interesting. How can you learn my strategies? I'll tell you how you can learn my strategies. Go to the Jason Casper YouTube channel. All right, right over here. Jason Casper YouTube channel. Go to playlists. All right, and go to the free trading course. Go to the free trading course. All right, where I have 18 sessions. 18 sessions of free material teaching you how to learn my strategies. And if you want to learn the 5-second strategy, I have a free video. I think it's free. I'm not sure, actually. Go to courses on jasoncaspertrading.com. I have a scalping mini course. It's 75 bucks. It's like a 6-part series here, 5-part series. But I will show you my 5-second scalping strategy. All right, this strategy, I've used it in the past. All right, I used it in the past to make $24,000 in 30 days. All right, man, you could tell by the look on my face. You could tell by my face in this video that this is a very mentally taxing trading strategy here. I mean, this is the face of somebody who's been trading the 5-second time frame. All right, right here. This is the look of a 5-second time frame trader. You could just see the life has been zapped out of my eyes, man. Right? This is the post 5-second cycle therapy right here. Some PCT. You need some PCT after that one, man. All right? Sheesh. Yeah, the post cycle therapy is intense. All right, so this is great now. This is great. Okay. Let's see if we get a good setup here. I didn't get a setup anywhere here. So now the money flow is coming back to the purple. So let's see. If we come back, we get a little bit of a bounce from here. We come up, make another high. We could see the signal. All right. The signal that makes us sell everything to buy Bitcoin. We're going to straight up Michael Saylor our house. All right. Take out another mortgage. You got 1, take out 2, take out 3. Why? To buy some Bitcoin. You know, what could go wrong, guys? What could go wrong? Put in the chat if you think anything could go wrong by going into hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt on a house that you still don't own just to buy Bitcoin. Could anything go wrong? I mean, Bitcoin is the most bullish asset in the history of assets. What could go wrong? You know? Or has anybody ever done that? Has anybody ever actually taken out a second mortgage on their house? All right, let's see. The 5 seconds giving us a big drop. Big old drop-a-roni, man. Big old drop-a-roni. Looks like maybe we're not going to get that level. Only time will tell, guys. Only time will tell. All right, well, let's get back to the higher term time frame stuff here. Yeah, if we confirm a 2-day dot, it sucks that it's going to happen over a weekend, right? It sucks it's going to happen on a Saturday night. Then yeah, if we confirm that dot, I would say we probably come up to $117,000. And then the long trade from around 107.3, this long that we took here, earlier this week from the setup that we gave in the Casper Crew VIP Discord at jasoncaspertrading.com. Gave the setup in advance, let the community know when I take the trade. You know, we're in that trade right now. We're up right now about 65%. I think that can hit our target around $117,000. All right. Let's see what Bitcoin's going to do here, guys. All right. Looks like she's trying to get another push to the upside right now. So we're going to be keeping our eyes on these highs. Keeping our eyes on the prize, keeping our eyes on the highs, looking for another little short scalp, keeping our eyes on the highs, the eyes on the prize. All right? Our eyes on the highs prize. We got our highs on the my's, under my's with the cries. You know? Let's see. Okay, so this is good. This is good. Let's see if we can't get a big old push here. All right. Crap, I forgot that these are the same chart, so when I delete one, it deletes the other. All right, let's see. We're going to pull the fib again. Pull that fib from the high to the low. Pull that fib from the high to the low. Where'd you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? I got married a long time ago. Back here, don't you know? Cotton Eye Joe, I got married a long time ago. Oh, snap. Would you look at that? I didn't even see that. We rejected right from the 7. Did you guys see that? What did I have pulled here? What did I have pulled there? What the heck? I thought that... Did you guys see that? I could have sworn that we didn't reject from that 786. Wait, we hit it to the dollar. Well, what do you know? What do you know? I missed out. Missed out because we hit it to the dang dollar. Man. Hit it to the dang dollar. Would you look at that? Well, I wouldn't have taken a trade from here anyway, because my money flow wasn't giving me the signal. So that's okay. Let's now wait. Let's now wait. We gotta wait now. Man, see, the 5-second strategy, you gotta make sure you've got your levels pulled, man. Did these levels change since I had it on the chart? Because I do not... The 5-second shows where we reject right from value area high, but the 1 minute does not show that. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. You saw head and shoulders. I don't trade head and shoulders on the 5-second. The 5-second is a knife catching strategy, right? The 5-second, you're looking to catch a top. Yeah. This is a head and shoulders here. But you're looking to catch a top or a bottom on the 5-second, right? And you're always looking to take it from a key level. So, like a great example in hindsight was from this 786. This is a perfect 5-second strategy setup here. What you want to see is price making a lower low to a key level. You don't take the trade until price touches the level. And when price touches the level, if the 5-second market cipher B is going like this with the money flow and printing bullish divergence on the momentum, that's the signal, right? And then you can take the trade with a very good risk to reward ratio. Extremely good risk to reward ratio, you know? We're talking like a 0.2% move could be a 4-to-1 risk reward. This works if you have very low fees, right? Like on KCEX, for example. Except right now, unfortunately, I can't do it on this KCEX account because I have 2 trades open. But KCEX was 0% limit order, 0.01% market order. You can be profitable doing it, right? Back in the day when I was doing it here, I was on MEXC with the same fees on MEXC. All right? On MEXC, I was scalping on the 5-second. And I was profitable with it, right? I was profitable with it. All right? You can see the positions here, the trades here. You know? Profitable with it. These are market in, market out orders with the low fees. You can do that, all right? Market in, market out with the low fees. You can actually do that, all right? Let's see how our Bitcoin price is doing now. Okay, so you could see here that the 5-second time frame gave us, although we didn't have a level here, you can see that you got the bottom signal there. We're starting to get a move up. So now we wait. We don't have any setup here. It has to be from a key level, all right? It has to be from a key level. So let's see, what key levels would we have here? If we come back down to value area low, right? That would be a key level. What was I looking at before? What Fibonacci did? I wish I hadn't deleted my chart here. All right. What Fibonacci was I looking at before? I'm not sure, but also if we do get a big breakout of this, if this is a breakout and a back test happening right now, right? Like this could be a breakout and a back test here. If this is a breakout and a back test, then the next major, obviously, level we'd be interested in shorting would have to be up here. Let's check out our 5 second. Looks like it could be a breakout and a back test of this, but because I don't have an actual level here, I cannot take the trade. Key levels for me on the 5 second are going to be golden pockets, 786 fibs, and value areas. Right? Value area highs, value area lows, and if you see confluence like right here, like this confluence, golden pocket, local value area low, that's where you want to be interested in. The problem with the 5 second time frame strategy is if you don't wait for a key level, then the signals are unreliable, right? Like for example, you could have said, aha, I have the signal right here, but it was unreliable because we weren't at a key level yet, right? Or even up here, you could say, look, there's the divergence, right? We weren't at the key level yet. So you always have to wait for that level. All base and no trouble. Gotta wait for that level, you know? All base and no trouble. Don't you know you gotta wait for the level? And unfortunately, I thought I had a level up here. I thought I had a level up here. Check out our 12 minute. Also, when you're doing the 5 second strategy, you have to be looking at the higher time frames too. So right now, like the higher time frames are bullish, so you should be a little bit more biased towards we should be more biased towards long scalps on the 5 second time frame. The hour's bottomed out, the 24 minute has confirmed a bottom, the 12 minute has up facing momentum, the 6 minute has momentum crossing the 0 line, which means, you know, in general, I would be a little bit more biased for a long here, you know. But sadly, not sadly, the truth is, just because we're biased and we're looking for a long, because this is the 5 second time frame, we need to wait for everything to line up perfectly here. Okay, everything to line up perfectly here. So, if this right here is a key level, I mean, technically this is an entry here. You know, technically this is an entry here. Let's go to our 1 minute. Yeah, I mean, technically you could say, let's go ahead and take a trade here. All right. Oh, did that even work? Yeah, it worked. Crap. Wow. What the heck? Oh my goodness. I didn't mean to enter a trade that big. $41 fee. This is not going to work out. This is not going to work out. Hang on. What time frame is this, and why doesn't it show my stuff? Oh my goodness, horrible entry. Horrible entry too. This is not the way you want to trade the 5 second time frame, guys. All right? We got to get out. We got to get out. You got to get out. Yeah. This is not a good exchange to trade the 5 second time frame on. Oh my goodness. Hang on. Yeah, when you're taking a trade too, all right? If it goes above the previous high, you got to get out immediately. All right. I guess WEEX doesn't have as low fees as I thought. You know, WEEX does not have as low fees as I thought. All right. What level did I have up here though? Do you guys remember? Did I have a level up here? How did it charge me $40 for? That means, I guess it's a 0.02% fee. Yeah, not the best. A 0.02% fee is not the best. You really want a 0.01% fee. Let's see here. I didn't mean to enter with a $200,000 position. Let's see here. Yeah, so essentially the reason why I took a trade there was because we took out the high. We did have the bearish money flow. We did have the bearish divergence. But obviously that was what I just did is exactly one of the big pitfalls of the 5-second time frame, which is the exchange you get in too late, the fees are too high, right? You don't want to get in too late with high fees. It works best on KCEX. It works best on KCEX, but also your invalidations have to be real tight, like extremely tight. Like, for example, if you're expecting this to be the rejection, then if it comes above this, you got to get out immediately. Do not hold those trades. The 5-second time frame is literally, you're expecting that the place you take the trade from is the place that you're going to get a rejection or a bounce, right? That's where it needs to be from. Okay, so you need precision, and it works best actually if you have, the way I like to do it is have an iPhone or an iPad, so you can be watching the chart, and then on one of the devices, that's where you're actually going to be entering into your trades. All right, that's where you're going to be entering into your trades. All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's see here. We've got ourselves about 50 grand on the trade. Let's put another 50 grand on the trade here. There we go. Put another 10,000 on our trade right here. Boom. All right. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and take a little... See if we can't fill. There we go. That's all I wanted. All right. So I don't know if WEEX is the best exchange, guys, for the 5-second strategy, but you know what is KCEX. KCEX for sure is the best exchange for the 5-second strategy. Yeah, this is looking like we're going to keep coming up a little bit here on the 5-second for sure. And all time frames make it look like we're going to come up more, which is why I have added to this long, trailing the stop, taking profits out along the way. I'm going to go ahead and move this stop loss from the short to the entry to lock in that profit. Let's see. Shout out to this, not down with the 5-second. Sorry about the 5-second, guys, you know, sorry about that. What a weirdo. Honestly, what a weirdo. Hyperliquid's base fee for market is 0.045. Yeah, you're definitely not going to be able to do that on Hyperliquid, all right? You're definitely not going to be able to do that on Hyperliquid. All right, so 110,607. I'm going to scoop out a little profit there. Actually, no, we're going to wait. We're going to wait and see what happens here. I'd say 111. We'll take a little bit of profit out of there. All right, let's see who we got in the chat right now. Shout out to Beanstaku. It says cool GL. Or the lighter decentralized fees on the DEX are 0%. That's shady, honestly. MEXC was fired with the low fees back in the day. Yeah, KCEX is where it's at with the low fees right now. Splash. Fire. That's where it's at right now. In the United States, says Daniel James 7000. The benchmark rate is being raised due to inflation concerns. Okay. Okay. 5-second time frame is crack. Man, I'm telling you, the 5-second time frame is nice, though. All right, the 5-second time frame is nice. You know, I've made a lot of money on the 5-second time frame. That sounds crazy, but if you just wait for the good setups, it's actually a pretty good time frame to trade. If you're using Market Cipher, that's the thing, right? It's a Market Cipher strategy, all right? It's a Market Cipher strategy. Like, you know, I literally did make, when I was doing this hardcore, all right, I made almost 25 grand in a month only on the 5 second. I did a little only 5 second only account here, all right? And in this mini course, and I show all the trades too. All right, I show all the trades too. So it's not, I know it seems like crazy, but it's not crazy, okay? You just have to do it right in the right market conditions, and you have to be using the right exchange too, all right? You have to be using the right exchange as well. All right, let's get back to a higher time frame here. Let's get back to a higher time frame on Bitcoin. All right, we'll chill with the 5 second. I'm gonna make another KCEX account. I'm gonna make another KCEX account that will be my 5 second scalping account. I'm in the mood. I'm feeling in the mood, guys. I've been trading altcoins, you know, all that stuff, right? The Casper crew in the VIP Discord. I have been trading altcoins again, right? Just random altcoins. Been trading them. This one, my order didn't get filled, unfortunately. But setup was given. Trade was not taken by me, but man, I wish it had been. Honestly, I wish it had been. Yeah. So these are my non-signals. My non-signals. All right, in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. Altcoins, Bitcoin. All right. Letting people know what I'm doing. Also, we got Boyan up in here with his juicy Bitcoin analysis. All right. We got Altcoins by Boyan as well. We got White Phoenix. We got Thor. We got all the instructors in here. Streaming multiple times per day for every market open. By the way, guys, speaking of the Discord, if you want some eggs, all right, because we are in the Casper Crew, in the free and VIP Discord, we have these things called eggs, all right? Eggs are your path to giveaways, rewards, and prizes, and you can earn them by doing different activities. So if you're not in the Discord, join the free Discord. And right now, you can get you some eggs by going to quests, right? Go ahead and click claim and type in the word shampoo, and you will get some eggs. And these eggs can be redeemed for prizes, all right? Like 1 month of VIP Discord, 2 months of VIP, $50 giveaway, $100 giveaways, $200 giveaways. Plus, we currently have Egg Wars going on here, where we are playing games within the Discord to win eggs. And again, these eggs are redeemable for prizes. Also, guys, next week, on October 31st, we are having Casper Crew Game Day, which we will be giving away thousands of dollars in USDT, playing some really fun games in the VIP community. All right, so if you want to join the VIP community, go to jasoncaspertrading.com and enjoy all the cool things. All the cool things. All right. What is this now? Yeah, okay, YouTube. Win chess? I don't know if we're going to play chess. I don't know if we're going to play chess. Shout out to Splashfire Films. He says Casper Crew is the best. DXKA says don't join it. Yeah, don't join it, all right? That's another good tidbit That's another good tidbit. Conditioner is smooth. I hate conditioner. All right, XRP had a bullish bounce. Let's check out XRP. XRP consolidating in this triangle here. That is an extremely bullish bounce on XRP. Oh my goodness. If that's what you're talking about, Splash Rock Films. Are you talking about locally here? Did XRP get a bullish bounce on the 5 second? I've never traded XRP on the 5 second. I've only traded Bitcoin. I would recommend the 5 second be tweaked for different assets depending on the volume and the volatility and the tick size and all that kind of thing, right? Let's take a look at ETH here. I do have to say, ETH right now, this is the 12-minute time frame. It is looking like we could squeeze all of this, right? It really is looking like we could squeeze all that. We got this descending channel right here on ETH, falling wedge type pattern here. And we have this disgusting downward channel with the lower highs. It really is looking like we could squeeze all of that stuff, you know? It really is. Why don't join the Discord? Because why would you? Why would you want to join the Discord that provides the most value for the cheapest price compared to all these stupid ICT Discords charging you $400 a month for one chart when you could pay $65 a month for crypto, forex, stocks, where we live trade 3 times a day and tell you what we're doing and have games with cash giveaways and prizes and a fun time in a great community with educational courses included where you can ask any question and all that kind of stuff. Why would you want to spend $2 a day for all that good stuff when you could pay $500-600 a month for one of these other Discords out there that just give you like a chart every day with like some boxes on it, you know? That's why you shouldn't join the Casper Crew VIP Discord. Now, the truth is, I don't use shampoo or conditioner. I'm very unhygienic. All right? Hygiene is a big no-no in my house. We keep it el natural. All right? We keep it el natural. Man, look at this. You know, now we're getting a rejection. Man, I was really hoping to get a good 5-second trade live on the stream. Look, there's always tomorrow for dreams to come true, guys. There's always tomorrow for dreams to come true. You know? But I am going to get back into my 5-second zone, baby. We're going to do some live 5-second sessions. Mark my words. All right? Once I'm in that 5-second zone, I'm going to get a KCEX scalping account, 5-second, man. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Shout out to Houston. He says it's the best Discord. Splashfire Film says $2 a day. Do you want me to pee in a can? I do have my pee jug here. We're at 50% capacity. It doesn't look it on the camera, but it's about 50% capacity. Maybe a little. Nah, I'd say that's about 40%. About 40% capacity. Look, if you're a real trader, you've got a pee jug on the walking desk, all right? Bullish on Parade says, I'm bald as a plucked chicken. I use one body wash head to toe. I'm saving millions. That's what's up. I just let the cold water run over my face. Man, oh man, you know. Let's see here. Look at this. Look at that. What did we reject from? I could have sworn I had a level there, guys, and I deleted it. But do you guys remember what level that was? Was it this Fibonacci golden pocket? It was probably this Fibonacci golden pocket here that I was interested in at the beginning, and then I deleted it by accident, and then I lost it. But I wouldn't have had a short entry here anyway on our 5-second when we made this high. This was not a short signal for me. Actually, it technically could have been, but I wouldn't have taken it. It was too ambiguous, all right? The signal itself, guys, is if the price hits a key level, like we hit the 618 here, and the money flow is getting lower and the momentum waves are getting lower as you hit the level, that is a short or long signal, right? And then as soon as you see the rejection, if you're on KCEX, you can mark it in with a really tight stop loss, right? Like a 0.1% stop. And then you can get a 2-to-1 risk reward in a small move. And honestly, a lot of times I'm going in with like a smaller stop than that. You know, because the thing with the 5-second strategy is you're doing it real quick, right? So think about what's happening here. You have yourself 10 seconds to get into this trade here, right? You have 10 seconds to get into this trade, all right? Maybe even 15 seconds. That's a long time, all right? That's a long time. If the price literally comes above this high, you have to flash close that baby, all right? And so you could see here, this is a 3-to-1 risk reward, right? That's a good trade, right? That's a good risk to reward setup there. Right? It's not the kind of trade where you let it go from the red into the green and hold it there for a while. It's the kind of trade where you're expecting an immediate move, and if it doesn't happen, you are out, baby. You are OUT immediately. You know? Next level of interest would obviously be 110, 600 at that 786 zone right there, you know? Shout out to Crypto Pump It. What's going on, Crypto Pump It? God bless you, man. You Americans are crazy. Shampoo your hairs, says Crypto Changed Me. Shout out to AZTV. Man, I don't know. Like, honestly, shampoo is so bad for you. Like, unless you actually have dirt in your hair, why would you use shampoo? You know? It just makes you way oilier. I learned this when I was on the road in a band, right? We used to shower every chance we got until a more seasoned band told us, you know what? You guys shouldn't shower. You shouldn't shower when you're on tour. And we're like, why? And they're like, because when you shower, it causes your body to ultra produce oil and sweat, and you smell gross and you look gross. But if you stop using soap, just in general, your body oils, they just kind of, everything evens out, you know? I haven't worn deodorant in like 7 years. Yeah, my dad says I smell like an Amish guy. But hey, the Amish have it right, man. You know, they're off-grid, tight-knit communities, lowest rates of alcoholism and drug addiction, and lowest rates of divorce, and highest rate of business success. Tight-knit communities built on faith and working together. You know, they got something right. I'll bet you they got their body odor smell right too. So if I had to pick a person to smell like, it would be an Amish guy. I even tried to grow out my beard like an Amish guy once. Got my 12-year-old Amish pube face right there. Although I learned that Amish people don't grow their beards out until they get married, right? Well, I was married in this picture. I was married in that picture. So it works. It works. Shout out to Pat Yu. He says, Jay, have a look at DXY. That rhymes. You can wash your hair with egg. I'll have to give it a shot. Goat milk soap. The Amish are lame dorks. Compared to who? Compared to the manufactured Western culture? Who are you comparing them to? The fake, superficial, manufactured, media-created pop culture of the West? That's who you're comparing them to? I don't know. I think the Amish are pretty dang cool, man. You know? Shout out to Verbashi. Haven't used shampoo or soap for about six months. Just use a brush. That's what's up. Are we going to dump or are we going to pump? That's the big question of the live stream here. You know, it's been a weird stream. I don't think I've actually done any analysis this whole stream. Yeah, I don't think I've done any analysis this whole stream. But it's the same as yesterday, guys. I mean, literally, it's the same as yesterday. The price today is actually the exact same as it was yesterday. If we can reclaim our POC, we can get our move up to 117, where it really is a make it or break level of either big old pumperoni and queso or a big old dumperoni and patoop. Dumperoni and patupo. So I was hoping to get some 5-second scalping in today, but I obviously need to set up a KCEX account for that. You know? So I will. I'll set one up after this stream, and then we'll be back. If we ever have a boring day like this again, we will be, you know, scalping. You know? The Amish respect their chicken, so I respect the Amish. Can you be Amish and trade? Of course, just don't let your parents find out. If you're on Rumspringa, then you can do anything you want, right? All right, Lewis never washes his hair. And look at, Lewis has some gorgeous flowing locks right there. All right, guys, you want to look good like Lewis, 3884 or 3484. Away with the shampoo. All right, away with the shampoo. Never wash your hair. All right. Pro tip is pro tip. Is the prop firm I promote, Klein Funding, legit? Yeah, they're legit. They're legit. And they run on Bybit. Bybit doesn't partner with non-legit companies. Like up the chat, what you know about that? How do the Amish trade with no electricity and Wi-Fi? They sneak it, man. They sneak it, you know? They got their secret smartphones and all that, you know? They got their secret 5G, you know? It's on the down low out there in the Amish communities. You know what I'm saying? Baking soda on your pits and you won't smell. That's true. I've had people tell me that when I'm outside stretching. Someone gets a waft. See, also a pro tip is baking soda and shave your dang armpits, man. I just shaved them yesterday. Look at how fresh. Smells great. I'll even give it a lick. Tastes good too. Shave those pits and they won't smell either, you know? Is that not a good shave job, man? I put some of you ladies to shame. I put some of you ladies to shame. Look at that, man. That is clean. That is smooth. Man, I would serve filet mignon out of that. Wouldn't you guys eat? Wouldn't put a 1 in the chat if you would eat filet mignon out of Jason Casper's armpit. Put a 1 in the chat. Let's see how many filet mignons from the armpit eaters we have in here. Did you know the crock pot was invented by Jews so they could have a hot meal on Shabbat? I didn't know it was invented by Jews so they could have a hot meal on Shabbat, man. I really didn't know that. Is that really true? It's funny, because on Shabbat, that's exactly what we do. We have crock pots full of food. Did I also shave the underground? No, I'm not going to disclose the information. Alright? I'm not going to disclose that kind of information. We got some 1s in the chat. Alright? Millie Lag would totally eat filet mignon from Jason Casper's armpit. We got a lot of 1s in the chat. Lewis, Honda Man, Gorgeous Moo. We'd all eat some filet mignon, yeah. This is a 3 a.m. Walmart crypto live stream right here. This is a 3 a.m. Walmart live stream. That's what this is here. That's what this is. Let's at least get some trades pulled up here. You know? Let's at least get some trades pulled up. I'm gonna move this stop to the entry here to avoid loss. Locked in 1,000. Let's see what happens here. How much I got on my short? 25K. took that short this morning. I was out for a walk in the sunshine. Filet mignon, yeah, filet mignon. And you know what's great with filet mignon? A glass of Cabernet Sauvignon. Do I still use? Yeah, my crypto goods. I still use that email, bro. I haven't checked in a while though, but I'll check it now. I'll check it now. Are they allowed to turn off crockpots? You know, I don't know. That's a good question. You know, that's a good question. What do I think about the 1 hour bear div? Let's check out the 1 hour bear div here. Wow. I did not see that 1 hour bear div. Sheesh, man. Well, then, I mean, dump it, right? Dump it, baby. Yeah, I think it means we could come down lower. The reason I shorted that, by the way, is because of the tapped weekly level that we had here. You know, it was a low risk, high reward kind of deal. And obviously, I didn't go in with big money. I went in with like 50 grand. Yeah, Cabernet, nice and wet, you know? RIP French languages, thanks to Jason. Yeah, man, I'm not French. Alright, French never really made sense to me. I don't get it. I shave my armpits. There's no way I'll be good at French. The only thing I know about France is the Eiffel Tower. I know the Eiffel Tower's there. I know Paris is a garbage can, according to everyone I know who's gone there. And I know that they don't shave their armpits. The women don't shave their legs, and the hair sticks out. If they wear yoga pants, the hairs pop through the holes in the yoga pants. It's really fuzzy. Your like pet feels like a nice plush shag carpet if you accidentally rub your hand against a female's leg in France. It's full of fur. If they wear yoga pants. That's all I know about France. I know about the pants, the garbage, the Eiffel Tower, and I know they eat filet mignon, they drink Cabernet Sauvignon, maybe Pinot Grigio. They might drink some Pinot Grigio. Do I use a Venus to shave my pits? No, bro. I use a Gillette Pro Glide Fusion Styler. That's what I use. Alright? Is it good in Paris, HFG? HFG lives in Paris. Is it true about the yoga pants, HFG? Let me know, man. Do they eat frogs in Paris? I don't know. Don't they eat, what's the stuff they eat? Caviar or something? Super fancy out there in France. They eat caviar. Isn't that frog eggs or something? I don't know. Oh, no, what's this stuff? Escargot. I'm thinking of escargot. Escargot. They eat snails. Ugh! That's the most disgusting thing I've ever heard of in my life. Escargot. Come on, French people. Escargot. That's so gross, man. Snails. Ugh! I mean, what could be grosser than a slug from the bottom of the sea? Ugh, ugh. But no, it's fancy. Escargot, man. We'll drink it with a little Pinot Grigio. A little Pinot Grigio on my escargot, baby. You know it really hits the spot. A little Pinot Grigio, some escargot. Don't shave your armpits. Really hits the spot. Oh, man. Crazy Waffle shaves the pits with the dull knife. They eat rats. Well, hey, man, look. It's always funny to me when something gross that people had to eat out of desperation turns into a delicacy. That's some good marketing right there. I need that kind of marketing with the Casper Crew VIP Discord. You know? How can I turn something horrible like the Casper Crew VIP Discord and make people want to buy it? I'll give it a French name. It's the Jason Casper VI Cot Discot. Just put "ot" at the end of everything. That makes it fancy. And now you'll pay premium for it. Yeah, I know it tastes like crap in the VIP Discord, but hey, it's a status symbol, you know? It's a status symbol. And that's what we're all chasing after in life anyway. Status, right? Purpose of life, to make other people think you're cool. Right? So make sure to join the VIP Discord. Discargot. Yeah, there you go. The Discargot. Oh, man. Shout out to Sergeant Squid. Can we look at Sui? Yeah, let's look at Sui. Let's look at Sui. So we were looking at a break and back test of this white line, which obviously we never got. We never got a break and a back test of that white line. But man, oh man, look at SUI. Taking that liquidity. I do have to say, divergence looks bullish on the 2-day. Weekly's looking ambiguous. Like, let's check out the daily. Let's close this stuff. Got the 2-day. I mean, all these wicks on these altcoins, they could be extremely bullish, right? And we're above the trend line too, with some bullish divs. Let's go ahead and pull our volume. I mean, I'd say I would be interested in a long at the back test of $2.10. You know, if we ignore the wick, that's a nice area. Because if we can, we have a lot of liquidity around this. Right? We are obviously building a lot. If we ignore the wick, this is something that is like an unsustainable parabola looking to squeeze, honestly. So we get another little move down there, get a nice little uneven cheekage going. That could be nice, Sergeant Squid. You know, that could be nice. Oh, Escar got our land snails. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. That makes it way better. All right, guys, I have to head out, man. May God bless you all. In Jesus' name, I pray you and your family are very blessed. Have a wonderful weekend. Remember to put God first, family second, and crypto way down that list, guys. Anyway, I'll see you next week. Peace.